Welcome! Now strap in and get ready for 201 mind-blowing random facts you won't believe. Let's go. Number 1. Americans devour around 100 acres of pizza every single day. Yes, you read that right. That's roughly the size of Vatican City disappearing into people's stomachs daily. With so many slices being shared, it's safe to say pizza is a national obsession. Whether it's thin crust, deep dish, or stuffed, the United States is a veritable pizza powerhouse, slicing its way through acres of cheesy goodness. Number 2. Every year, Americans gulp down an astonishing 146 billion cups of coffee. That's enough Java to fill an average-sized lake in about a decade. Coffee isn't just a beverage in the US, it's practically a lifeline. With that much caffeine coursing through the nation's veins, it's no wonder Starbucks is on every other street corner and Monday mornings feel just a little more manageable. Number 3. Lake Superior is no ordinary body of water. It's a behemoth. This massive lake holds so much water that if you poured it evenly across the entire United States, it would create a watery blanket 1 foot deep. That's over 3 quadrillion gallons. The lake lives up to its name, dwarfing most others and reminding us that fresh water can be as impressive as any ocean. Number 4. New York isn't just crowded. It's more populated than 39 of the 50 U.S. states combined. This bustling hub of culture, finance, and nonstop action is home to over 19 million people. That means more people live in the Empire State than in almost 80% of the country's states. From the Adirondacks to the subways of Manhattan, New York is population-packed from top to bottom. Number 5. Wyoming may be the 10th largest state in the U.S. by area, but it's also the least populated. In fact, it's so sparsely inhabited that you might drive for hours without spotting another person. And here's a quirky detail. The entire state has only 2 escalators. With wide open spaces, Yellowstone National Park, and a no-rush lifestyle, Wyoming is the ultimate retreat from urban chaos. Number 6. Yellowstone National Park, nestled in Wyoming, was the first national park in the United States, and in the world. Established in 1872, it's a geothermal wonderland with geysers, hot springs, and roaming bison. The park spans over 3,400 square miles and sits atop a supervolcano. Yellowstone isn't just a scenic vacation spot, it's a living, breathing example of Earth's explosive geological power and natural beauty. Number 7. Vermont has a surprisingly muddy claim to fame. It's recognized as the muddiest state in America. But beyond the slush, it's also home to a legendary creature. In 1609, explorer Samuel de Champlain claimed he saw a 20-foot-long monster in Lake Champlain. Described as barrel-thick with a horse-like head, this local cryptid, nicknamed Champ, still sparks curiosity and alleged sightings to this day. Number 8. In 2003, Vermont produced over 2 million gallons of maple syrup, making it the undisputed maple capital of the United States. That's enough syrup to fill about 3 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Tapping sugar maples is a time-honored tradition here, and the sweet scent of boiling sap is a springtime ritual. If you've ever had Vermont syrup on pancakes, you've tasted tradition in a bottle. Number 9. Alaska is so vast that you could fit 19 other U.S. states inside its borders, yet fewer than 750,000 people live there. While it's the largest state by far, it's also one of the most remote, with cities spread far apart and wilderness dominating the landscape. Majestic mountains, massive glaciers, and loads of wildlife make Alaska a breathtaking but rugged place to call home. Number 10. Living in Alaska has its perks, like getting paid to be there. Thanks to a state fund fueled by oil revenues, residents receive an annual dividend simply for living there. But before you pack your bags, consider the trade-off. The cost of living is high, winters are brutal, and everything from milk to mail has to travel long distances. Paradise for some, challenge for others. Number 11. South Dakota may be best known for Mount Rushmore, but the state itself is vast and sparsely populated, with fewer than 1 million residents. Harsh winters and its distance from major urban centers contribute to its quiet reputation. Yet, those who visit are often surprised by the natural beauty of its rolling plains, friendly communities, and sites like Badlands National Park and Custer State Park. Number 12. North Dakota, with a population around 780,000, is the 4th least populated U.S. state. It's known for its extreme weather, blistering summers, frigid winters, and unexpected floods. The state's economy once relied heavily on agriculture, but recent oil booms changed that. Despite these challenges, North Dakota boasts low unemployment, affordable living, and 13 state parks that highlight its underappreciated natural beauty and outdoor opportunities. Number 13. Delaware houses about 1.3 million people, but it's also home to over 2 million business entities, including 66% of the Fortune 500. Why? It's a corporate haven due to its business-friendly laws and lack of corporate income tax. However, most of these companies don't operate there physically, meaning the economic benefits often bypass local residents. Wilmington, its largest city, has only about 70,000 residents. Number 14. Montana covers more land than Japan, yet its population barely exceeds 1 million. Most residents live far from one another, and the state lacks big cities. With its cold winters, high housing costs, and rugged terrain, Montana doesn't attract everyone. But for those who love the outdoors, it's a dream. Glacier National Park, massive herds of elk, and cowboy culture define this wild open space. Number 15. Rhode Island is the tiniest U.S. state, just 1,034 square miles, but it's densely packed with over 1 million residents. Though small in size, it has a significant historical footprint, being one of the original 13 colonies. Known for coastal charm, seafood, and colonial architecture, Rhode Island is losing residents due to a high cost of living. Many are relocating to more affordable neighboring states. Number 16. Maine is the most forested state in the U.S., with 89% of its land covered by trees. It's home to around 1.3 million people, most of whom live along the southern coast to avoid the punishing snowstorms of the interior. Wildlife thrives here. Moose sightings are common, and the rugged coastline attracts outdoor enthusiasts. Portland, the state's largest city, houses less than 40% of the population. Number 17. In 2024, Canadian camper Joel Lupin may have stumbled upon a new meteor crater in Quebec using Google Earth. The formation, roughly 9.3 miles in diameter, was initially mistaken for volcanic terrain. After expert analysis and field samples revealed zircon, a mineral often linked to meteor impacts, scientists began planning a formal expedition. If confirmed, it would be the first such discovery since 2013. Number 18. At just 15 years old, Canadian student William Gaduri theorized that Mayan cities aligned with star constellations. Using satellite images, he identified a large square area in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula that may represent a lost city. The site was believed to contain 30 structures and a pyramid, but archaeologists remain skeptical. Though debated, his research earned awards and reignited interest in ancient urban mapping. Number 19. In Algeria's Sahara Desert, mysterious circular patterns spotted on Google Earth puzzled researchers for years. A YouTuber ventured to the site and discovered they were remnants of old oil exploration methods. The large central craters surrounded by smaller drill holes contained leftover dynamite and even sardine cans. These formations predate modern seismic surveying and reveal how early oil prospectors worked in extreme isolation. Number 20. Greenland's dark zone is growing darker each year, and it's not just dirt. The ice sheet is being stained by black carbon from wildfires and a surprising culprit: algae. These algae bloom on sunlight-exposed ice, turning it brown and increasing heat absorption. This darkening accelerates melting. Greenland is now losing around 234 billion tons of ice annually, compared to just 25 billion in the 1990s. Number 21. Greenland holds enough ice to raise global sea levels by 24 feet if it completely melts. That's enough to submerge coastal cities like Miami, Amsterdam, and parts of Bangladesh. Scientists drilling deep ice cores have found ancient soil with insects and plant remains, indicating Greenland was once ice-free. This discovery suggests that the ice sheet is more vulnerable to collapse than previously believed. Number 22. In ancient Hierapolis, Turkey, a small stone gate called the Plutonium was believed to be a portal to the underworld. Bulls led inside would collapse, yet their human handlers emerged unharmed. Modern science explains this mystery. Carbon dioxide from underground volcanic activity pooled just above the ground. Being taller, humans breathed cleaner air above the gas layer, while shorter animals succumbed to suffocation. Number 23. Pangar Fort in India is considered one of the most haunted places in Asia. Located about 90 miles from Delhi, visitors are allowed only during daylight hours. According to legend, a sorcerer cursed the site after being rejected by a local princess. Locals and tourists report hearing ghostly screams and music at night. A government sign at the entrance warns against staying after sunset. Number 24. Urai Forest in Ichikawa, Japan, is one of the country's most restricted places. Despite being only 40 square yards, it has a grim reputation. Legends speak of people vanishing without a trace and the presence of a cursed samurai spirit. The forest is surrounded by stone walls, and entry is strictly forbidden. Its eerie calmness next to busy streets only adds to its mystique. Number 25. Dudleytown, Connecticut, is dubbed the Village of the Damned. Settled in the 1740s, it gained a reputation for misfortune, crop failures, madness, and mysterious deaths. The Dudley family, allegedly cursed by ties to English nobility, founded the town. Though no historical proof supports the curse, ghost stories and vandalism led to the land being closed off. Today, it's private property and strictly off-limits. Number 26. In Egypt, an abandoned palace once belonging to King Farouk's family is now rumored to be haunted. After being converted into a morgue, strange occurrences began. Flickering lights, moving shadows, and vanishing doors have all been reported. One group of children claimed they were trapped inside after the doors mysteriously disappeared. Though off-limits today, the building still draws curious thrill-seekers and ghost hunters. Number 27. Niihau, the smallest inhabited Hawaiian island, has just 84 residents and no paved roads, phone service, or grocery stores. Privately owned since 1864 by the Robinson family, it's been kept largely off-limits to outsiders. The island runs on solar power and subsists through fishing and farming. Access is by invitation only, making Niihau one of the most secluded communities in the United States. Number 28. Erdstall tunnels, found throughout Austria and Bavaria, form a mysterious network of underground passageways dating back to the 12th century or earlier. They're extremely narrow, have no known purpose, and contain almost no artifacts. Theories range from religious retreats to escape routes or storage spaces, but none are conclusive. Some tunnels even descend below water levels, leading researchers to question their practicality. Number 29. Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock in Australia, rises 1,142 feet and is sacred to the Anangu people. Climbing was officially banned in 2019 out of cultural respect and safety concerns. Before the ban, over 30 people had died attempting the steep ascent. After rainstorms, small rock pools form on top, where shield shrimp, tiny crustaceans with egg sacs that survive dry spells, suddenly hatch. Number 30. The Drake Passage, linking the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans near Antarctica, is one of the most treacherous sea routes on Earth. Waves can reach 40 feet, and winds are so fierce they've earned nicknames like Roaring Forties and Screaming Sixties. Early explorers, including Sir Francis Drake, avoided it entirely. Today, cruise ships still make the crossing, but only when weather forecasts are favorable. Number 31. The Panama Canal is one of the most important waterways on Earth. Completed in 1914, this 50-mile engineering marvel connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, saving ships nearly 8,000 miles of travel around South America. Around 14,000 vessels pass through it each year, paying tolls that can exceed $1 million per crossing. It's not just a canal. It's a vital artery in global commerce. Number 32. Despite being over 4,300 miles long, the Amazon River has no bridges. Why? Its floodplain spans up to 30 miles wide during the rainy season, and the surrounding terrain is marshy and unstable. Most of the river's basin is sparsely populated, and transportation relies on boats. Building a bridge here would be a costly and complex challenge, with little practical benefit for locals. Number 33. Mount Chimborazo in Ecuador isn't the tallest mountain from sea level, but it claims a different title. It's the closest point on Earth to the moon. Due to Earth's equatorial bulge, Chimborazo's summit extends farther into space than Everest's. Located just 1 degree south of the equator, this dormant volcano stands at 20,549 feet and offers climbers a unique spot to touch the sky. Number 34. Sealand is a self-declared micronation on an abandoned World War II sea fort off the coast of England. Founded in 1967 by Paddy Roy Bates, it has its own flag, currency, and even a royal family. Though not recognized by any government, Sealand has issued passports and stamps. With just one permanent resident, it's often dubbed the world's smallest country, and perhaps quirkiest. Number 35. In Barle, a town shared by Belgium and the Netherlands, the border slices through streets, shops, and even homes. Some buildings have 2 addresses, and one house famously has its front door directly on the border. Local rules dictate that a home's nationality depends on the location of its main entrance, leading some residents to move their doors to benefit from lower taxes or utilities. Number 36. Lake Retba in Senegal is strikingly pink, thanks to algae that produce red pigments in high salinity conditions. During the dry season, the water becomes saltier than the Dead Sea, and the vivid pink hue intensifies. Locals harvest salt from the lake using wooden boats and cover their skin with shea butter to protect from the brine. It's both beautiful and economically vital. Number 37. The Smoking Hills in Canada's Northwest Territories have been smoldering for centuries. The soil contains sulfur and coal, which spontaneously combust when exposed to oxygen. Early explorers thought the area was volcanic, but it's actually a slow, natural chemical burn. The smoke is toxic, and the environment is harsh, but the hills remain a geological wonder, and one of the few places on Earth that's always burning. Number 38. New Zealand's Waitomo Caves are famous for their glowworms, specifically the larvae of a fungus gnat. These bioluminescent insects emit a blue-green light to lure prey, creating a starry sky effect on the cave ceiling. Tourists float through the caves in silence, surrounded by thousands of glowing dots. The glowworm's light is not just beautiful, it's a deadly trap for unsuspecting insects attracted by the glow. Number 39. Mexico's Cave of Crystals, discovered in 2000 beneath the Naka mine, contains some of the largest natural crystals ever found, up to 39 feet long and weighing 55 tons. The cave's extreme conditions, with temperatures reaching 136 degrees Fahrenheit and 90% humidity, make it nearly inaccessible without protective suits. Scientists believe the crystals formed over 500,000 years in mineral-rich waters heated by volcanic activity. Number 40. Off the coast of Mauritius lies an optical illusion that appears to be an underwater waterfall. In reality, it's an effect created by sand and silt sliding off a shallow coastal shelf into deeper waters. From above, it looks like the ocean is spilling into a vast abyss. This visual trick makes Mauritius a favorite destination for drone photographers and travelers seeking surreal landscapes. Number 41. In Poland's Crooked Forest, around 400 pine trees all bend sharply at the base, curving into a near 90-degree angle before growing upward. Planted in the 1930s, the reason behind their strange shape remains unknown. Some believe human intervention was involved, possibly to shape the wood for furniture, while others suspect a natural phenomenon. Regardless, this bizarre grove near Grafino continues to puzzle scientists and tourists alike. Number 42. A South Korean lab developed a wearable patch that uses near-infrared technology to detect when your bladder is full. The patch sends alerts to your phone, helping people with spinal injuries or neurological conditions avoid accidents. Positioned on the lower abdomen, it reads internal signals non-invasively. Though not yet on the market, it represents a major breakthrough in assistive medical tech and personal health monitoring. Number 43. Greenland's ice sheet is melting at a record pace, now losing around 234 billion tons of ice annually, nearly 10 times the rate in the 1990s. If it melts completely, global sea levels could rise by about 24 feet, threatening coastal cities worldwide. The ice sheet covers 80% of the island and holds roughly 8% of the world's fresh water, making its stability critical to Earth's climate system. Number 44. The ocean floor remains one of Earth's least explored terrains, About 95% is still uncharted. Surprisingly, we know more about the surface of Mars and the Moon than our own seabed. Modern sonar and satellite mapping have improved things, but deep-sea mapping is expensive and time-consuming. A better understanding of the ocean floor could help predict earthquakes, tsunamis, and uncover countless unknown marine species. Number 45. A Canadian man named Joel Lupin discovered what may be a meteor impact crater in Quebec using Google Earth. Measuring over 9 miles across, the circular formation was initially believed to be volcanic. However, geological analysis revealed the presence of zircon, a mineral common in meteoric impacts. If confirmed, this would mark a rare modern discovery of a new impact site, potentially dating back millions of years. Number 46. In ancient Rome, archaeologists unearthed what may be the world's oldest Barbie doll, a 9-inch ivory figurine found in a sarcophagus. Its limbs were jointed with tiny metal pins, allowing movement, and it came with miniature accessories like combs, jewelry, and a mirror box. The attention to detail suggests it belonged to a wealthy child around the 2nd century CE, shedding light on Roman childhood and craftsmanship. Number 47. Haggis, Scotland's national dish, is banned in the US because it contains sheep lungs, which are prohibited by the USDA. The traditional recipe includes minced heart, liver, and lungs mixed with onion, oats, and spices, all cooked in a sheep's stomach. Despite safety concerns, advocates argue that the ban is outdated. Food lovers must travel to Scotland to try this savory, historic delicacy. Number 48. Many foods and additives allowed in the US are banned elsewhere. For example, ractopamine, used to promote leanness in pork, is banned in over 160 countries. Synthetic food dyes like Yellow 5 and Red 40 are restricted or labeled in Europe due to possible links with hyperactivity in children. Even bread whitening agents like azotic carbonamide are banned in the EU but still used stateside. Number 49. The Bahau people, known as sea nomads, live in Southeast Asia and spend much of their lives free diving for food. Over generations, they've developed spleens 50% larger than average, allowing them to store more oxygenated blood and stay underwater longer, up to 13 minutes at a time. This is one of the few known examples of human evolutionary adaptation to an aquatic lifestyle. Number 50. Tetrachromacy is a rare genetic condition that allows some people, mostly women, to see up to 100 million colors, far beyond the usual 1 million most of us perceive. It involves an extra cone cell in the retina, enhancing color differentiation. Many tetrachromats don't even realize they have this ability, and scientists are still working to better understand how their brains process such rich visual input. Number 51. Some people carry a rare gene mutation that allows them to sleep only 4 to 6 hours a night without experiencing fatigue or health decline. Known as short sleepers, these individuals often remain mentally sharp and physically energetic, despite getting far less rest than average. Scientists believe a gene called DEC2 alters the body's internal clock, offering insight into how sleep needs vary at the biological level. Number 52. A mutation in the gene that regulates myostatin, an inhibitor of muscle growth, can create people with unusually large muscles and strength, even without exercise. This rare condition, observed in both humans and animals, has sparked interest in genetic therapy and performance enhancement. While the mutation may increase physical power, it also raises ethical questions about gene editing and the future of athletic competition. Number 53. The Black Sea is home to a deep, oxygen-free layer known as the anoxic zone, which begins around 490 feet below the surface. Because oxygen doesn't reach these depths, organic material like shipwrecks and ancient artifacts is remarkably well preserved. Archaeologists have found vessels dating back over 2,000 years, untouched by decay. It's one of the best underwater archives of human maritime history. Number 54. In 2018, researchers discovered the world's oldest intact shipwreck at the bottom of the Black Sea. The ancient Greek vessel, dating back 2,400 years, was found over a mile deep and remained astonishingly preserved thanks to the anoxic water. Its mast, rudders, and cargo were intact, offering a rare glimpse into ancient nautical design. The ship closely resembles those painted on Greek pottery from the same era. Number 55. Dubai's artificial islands, including Palm Jumeirah and the World, were ambitious construction feats. But over time, shifting sands and rising sea levels have caused some of them to sink or erode. The World Islands, in particular, are mostly vacant and remain largely undeveloped. Environmental concerns, high costs, and maintenance challenges have turned these once futuristic projects into cautionary tales of coastal engineering. Number 56. The World Islands in Dubai were designed to represent a map of the globe, with each island representing a different country. Spanning 300 man-made islets, the project was mostly completed by 2008, but remains largely empty. Only one island, Lebanon, has a functioning resort. Many others are sinking due to poor foundations and lack of upkeep, and ownership disputes have stalled further development. Number 57. Hong Kong, one of the most densely populated places on Earth, has over 9,000 high-rise buildings. Space is so limited that some residents live in coffin homes, tiny subdivided units barely large enough to lie down in. Rents can be sky-high despite the cramped conditions. These micro-apartments reflect the city's housing crisis, where demand far outpaces supply, and affordability remains a growing concern. Number 58. Migingo Island, located in Lake Victoria, is smaller than a soccer field, but houses over 100 people. Claimed by both Kenya and Uganda, the island is a hotspot for fishing Nile perch, a valuable local commodity. Despite its size, it has bars, a church, and even a police presence. Territorial disputes continue, but residents coexist in tight quarters, surviving on fishing and trade. Number 59. In just 4 decades, Shenzhen, China, transformed from a small fishing village into a bustling megacity with over 17 million residents. Declared a special economic zone in 1980, it attracted massive investment and tech companies. Today, it's a hub for electronics manufacturing and innovation, often dubbed China's Silicon Valley. Its rapid urbanization is one of the fastest and most dramatic in modern history. Number 60. Tanta, a city in Egypt's Nile Delta, has a population density of around 70,000 people per square mile, more than twice that of New York City. Known for its religious festivals and textile industry, Tanta is often overlooked despite its size. With tight housing, heavy traffic, and limited green space, the city exemplifies the challenges of urban crowding in fast-growing regions of the developing world. Number 61. In Bolivia, the Salar de Uyuni becomes a giant mirror during the rainy season. This salt flat spans over 4,000 square miles, making it the largest on Earth. Just a thin layer of water transforms the landscape into a perfectly reflective surface, blending sky and ground. Astronauts even use it to calibrate satellite altimeters due to its flatness and unique optical properties. Number 62. The Doomsday Clock, maintained by the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists, symbolizes humanity's proximity to global catastrophe. As of 2024, it's set at 90 seconds to midnight, the closest ever. Originally focused on nuclear war, the clock now also reflects climate change, artificial intelligence risks, and biological threats. It serves as a stark visual reminder of how decisions today could shape civilization's future. Number 63. In 2019, scientists discovered a massive freshwater aquifer beneath the Atlantic Ocean, stretching from Massachusetts to New Jersey. Containing an estimated 670 cubic miles of water, it's trapped in porous rock and sits beneath a layer of salty seawater. This hidden reservoir could serve future water needs, though drilling would be expensive. Its discovery also reshapes our understanding of coastal hydrology. Number 64. The Mariana Trench, the deepest oceanic trench on Earth, reaches about 36,000 feet, deeper than Mount Everest is tall. Located in the Western Pacific, its lowest point, Challenger Deep, remains largely unexplored. Despite the crushing pressure, life has been found there, including amphipods and microorganisms. Recent expeditions even found plastic waste at the bottom, highlighting the far-reaching effects of pollution. Number 65. The Sahara Desert wasn't always a barren wasteland. Around 6,000 years ago, it was a lush savanna filled with rivers, lakes, and animals like elephants and hippos. This green Sahara period ended when Earth's orbit shifted, altering monsoon patterns. Ancient rock art in Algeria and Niger depicts boats and wildlife, offering evidence of a once thriving ecosystem now buried under sand. Number 66. A newly discovered fungus in Chernobyl's reactor ruins actually feeds on radiation. Known as radiotrophic fungi, these organisms convert gamma rays into chemical energy using melanin, much like plants use sunlight. Scientists are studying them for potential applications in radiation shielding for astronauts. These fungi not only survive in extreme conditions, but also challenge what we thought life could endure. Number 67. There's a place in the Pacific Ocean known as Point Nemo, the oceanic pole of inaccessibility. It's over 1,600 miles from the nearest land in any direction. So remote is this watery void that the closest humans are often astronauts orbiting overhead on the International Space Station. The area is so isolated that it's used as a spacecraft graveyard for deorbiting satellites. Number 68. The Danakil Depression in Ethiopia is one of the hottest and most inhospitable places on Earth, with temperatures regularly exceeding 120 degrees Fahrenheit. It's home to acidic springs, salt flats, and volcanic craters. Despite the harshness, extremophile microbes thrive here, feeding on sulfur and heat. The region offers a glimpse into conditions that may resemble early Earth, or even environments on other planets. Number 69. Lake Natron in Tanzania is so alkaline that it can calcify animals. Its shallow waters have a high concentration of sodium carbonate and other minerals, turning the lake into a chemical trap. Birds and bats that die in or near the water are often preserved like statues. Yet flamingos thrive here, using the lake's isolated conditions as a safe breeding ground. Number 70. Antarctica contains about 90% of the world's ice and 70% of its fresh water. Beneath its thick glaciers lie over 400 known subglacial lakes, including Lake Vostok, which has been sealed off from the surface for millions of years. These hidden lakes may harbor never-before-seen microbial life, offering clues to life's extremes and informing the search for organisms on icy moons like Europa. Number 71. Your liver is one of the only organs that can regenerate. Even if up to 75% of it is removed, the liver can grow back to full size in just a few months. This ability makes it possible for living donors to give part of their liver to someone in need, an exceptional example of the body's self-repairing capacity. Number 72. The human heart creates enough pressure when it pumps to squirt blood over 30 feet. Beating around 100,000 times per day, it moves approximately 2,000 gallons of blood daily. Despite weighing only 10 to 12 ounces, it fuels every part of the body, even during sleep, with unwavering rhythm and strength that most machines can't match in endurance. Number 73. Your nose can detect over 1 trillion different scents, far more than the long-sighted 10,000. Olfactory receptors in the nose send signals directly to the brain's limbic system, which also processes emotions and memory. That's why smells can instantly bring back vivid recollections or feelings, even decades after an event. Number 74. Tears come in 3 types: basal, for eye lubrication; reflex, from irritants like onions; and emotional. Each has a different chemical composition. Emotional tears contain stress hormones and natural painkillers, suggesting crying may serve both physical and psychological purposes, helping regulate mood and reduce tension after emotional experiences. Number 75. Fingernails grow about 3.5 millimeters per month, faster than toenails. Growth is influenced by hand dominance, age, and nutrition. Nails on your dominant hand typically grow quicker, and growth slows with age. Curiously, nails may grow faster in summer due to increased blood circulation and ultraviolet exposure. Number 76. The average adult has about 5 million hair follicles, nearly the same number as a chimpanzee. Humans appear less hairy because our strands are finer and lighter. Hair functions in temperature regulation, sensory input, and protection. Eyelashes and eyebrows, for example, shield the eyes from debris and sweat. Number 77. You shed roughly 30,000 to 40,000 skin cells every minute. Over a year, this totals nearly 9 pounds of skin. Your skin, the body's largest organ, entirely renews itself roughly every 28 days. These discarded cells become part of household dust, contributing significantly to what collects on surfaces. Number 78. Taste buds aren't only on your tongue, they also exist on the roof of your mouth, inside your cheeks, and even in your throat. Humans have about 2,000 to 8,000 taste buds, and each one contains 50 to 100 receptor cells that interpret 5 main tastes: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami, savory. Number 79. The small intestine is around 22 feet long, yet it fits inside your abdomen by coiling tightly. It's where most digestion and nutrient absorption occur. Despite being narrower than the large intestine, its massive surface area, enhanced by villi and microvilli, makes it the body's most efficient organ for nutrient uptake. Number 80. Your bones are constantly being broken down and rebuilt in a process called remodeling. About 10% of your bone mass is replaced each year. This dynamic process helps repair microdamage, regulate calcium levels, and adapt bone strength to physical activity. Weight-bearing exercises like walking and lifting can stimulate stronger bone growth. Number 81. The appendix, once thought useless, may help replenish gut bacteria after illness. It's a small, finger-like pouch attached to the large intestine. While not essential for survival, recent studies suggest it plays a role in immune function and maintaining digestive health, especially during and after gastrointestinal infections. Number 82. Your brain uses about 20% of your body's total energy, even though it makes up only about 2% of your weight. It consumes this energy primarily in the form of glucose. This high demand explains why mental exhaustion can feel physically draining and why low blood sugar affects concentration. Number 83. Blood makes up about 7 to 8% of your body weight. An average adult has approximately 1.2 to 1.5 gallons of blood circulating at any time. It's made up of red and white cells, platelets, and plasma. Blood transports oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and waste products, essentially serving as the body's delivery and cleanup system. Number 84. The human eye can distinguish around 10 million different colors. It contains 3 types of cone cells for color vision, each sensitive to red, green, or blue light. Some people, called tetrachromats, have a 4th cone type, allowing them to perceive shades others can't. However, color perception also depends on brain processing and context. Number 85. Your kidneys filter roughly 50 gallons of blood each day, producing about 1.5 quarts of urine. They remove waste, regulate fluid balance, and control electrolytes. Despite their small size, each is about the size of a fist, they play a vital role in maintaining internal homeostasis and blood pressure regulation. Number 86. Most people blink 15 to 20 times per minute, which translates to around 28,000 times per day. Blinking keeps the eyes moist, removes irritants, and gives the brain short breaks from visual input. During conversations, blinking frequency may change based on emotional engagement or cognitive load. Number 87. Goosebumps occur when tiny muscles at the base of hair follicles contract, making hairs stand up. This reaction, called piloerection, is a vestigial reflex from our ancestors. For fur-covered animals, it increases insulation, or makes them appear larger when threatened. In humans, it often accompanies strong emotions or cold temperatures. Number 88. The average adult takes around 20,000 breaths per day. Your lungs contain about 300 million alveoli, tiny air sacs where gas exchange occurs. If laid out flat, their surface area would cover a tennis court. This vast area allows efficient oxygen intake and carbon dioxide removal, supporting cellular function throughout the body. Number 89. Your body has about 600 muscles, which make up roughly 40% of your total weight. The strongest muscle relative to its size is the masseter, or jaw muscle, capable of exerting up to 200 pounds of pressure. Muscles work in pairs. When one contracts, the opposing one relaxes to allow smooth movement. Number 90. Laughter triggers the release of endorphins, natural chemicals that relieve pain and promote a sense of well-being. It also reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, and can briefly improve blood flow and immune response. Even anticipating laughter activates happy brain regions. That's why humor is often considered a powerful, low-cost wellness tool. Number 91. Your tongue is made up of 8 muscles working together to allow speech, swallowing, and tasting. It's one of the most flexible and active muscles in the body. Contrary to popular myth, all areas of the tongue can sense all 5 tastes. The taste map, showing different zones for sweet or bitter, has been scientifically debunked. Number 92. Red blood cells have no nucleus, allowing more room to carry oxygen. They survive about 120 days, after which they are broken down in the spleen and liver. The body produces around 2 million new red blood cells every second to keep up with demand, highlighting the incredible pace of cellular regeneration happening silently every day. Number 93. Each fingerprint is completely unique, even in identical twins, and remains unchanged over a lifetime. The ridges form in the womb and are influenced by genetics and environmental factors like amniotic fluid movement. Their distinctiveness makes fingerprints ideal for identification, and they're used in everything from criminal investigations to biometric security systems. Number 94. Your vocal cords open and close hundreds of times per second when you speak. Located in the larynx, they vibrate as air passes through, producing sound. The pitch of your voice depends on the tension and length of the cords. Tight, short cords create higher tones, while longer, looser cords produce deeper sounds. Number 95. The average person has about 2 to 5 million sweat glands. Eccrine glands help regulate body temperature and are found all over the body, while apocrine glands, mainly in the armpits and groin, become active during puberty and are linked to body odor. Sweat itself is odorless. The smell comes from bacteria breaking it down on the skin. Number 96. The human body contains about 37.2 trillion cells, with red blood cells making up the majority. Each type has a specific function. Neurons transmit signals, muscle cells contract, and immune cells defend against pathogens. Despite their differences, all cells share a common blueprint, DNA, which guides their structure and behavior through complex biochemical instructions. Number 97. Your digestive system is about 30 feet long from mouth to anus. Digestion begins with enzymes in saliva and continues as food travels through the stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. It can take 24 to 72 hours to fully digest a meal, depending on its composition and your metabolism. Most nutrient absorption happens in the small intestine. Number 98. The human eye blinks more when talking than when reading. This subconscious behavior helps lubricate the eyes and reset focus. Interestingly, people blink less when staring at screens, which can lead to dryness and fatigue. That's why experts recommend the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. Number 99. Human teeth are as strong as shark teeth in terms of hardness. Made of enamel, the hardest substance in the body, teeth can withstand hundreds of pounds of pressure. Unlike sharks, humans only get 2 sets, baby and adult teeth. Once enamel wears down or is damaged, it doesn't regenerate, which is why dental care is so crucial. Number 100. Your body constantly communicates with itself using chemical messengers called hormones. Produced by glands like the thyroid, pancreas, and adrenal glands, hormones regulate everything from mood and metabolism to growth and sleep. Even tiny imbalances can have widespread effects, influencing energy levels, stress response, and appetite, demonstrating how finely tuned our internal systems truly are. Lightning tends to strike the same place repeatedly because some locations offer ideal conditions for electrical discharge. Tall structures, open areas, and materials that conduct electricity well, like metal, attract lightning. These conditions make certain spots more vulnerable during storms. Areas with frequent storms, such as tropical regions, experience this phenomenon often. It's not random. Nature follows patterns based on physics and geography. Number 2. Lake Victoria in Africa is one of the most lightning-prone places on Earth. The region's climate creates ideal lightning conditions. Warm air rising from the lake meets cooler air from higher altitudes. This collision of air masses results in almost daily thunderstorms. The persistent activity makes the lake an electrified hotspot, offering scientists a natural laboratory to study atmospheric electricity in action. Number 3. The baobab tree in Madagascar is known for its ability to walk through a unique root system that slowly grows toward water sources. While the tree itself does not move, its roots can stretch several meters over time, helping it survive drought conditions. This adaptation allows baobabs to reach underground moisture in dry regions, making them one of the most resilient and intriguing trees on Earth. Number 4. Contrary to popular belief, lightning can strike the same location multiple times in a short period. Tall structures like skyscrapers and radio towers are frequent targets. The Empire State Building, for example, is hit by lightning around 20 to 25 times annually. This shows that lightning isn't random. It follows the path of least resistance, often returning to familiar conductive targets again and again. Number 5. Astronauts returning from space have described its smell as similar to seared meat or welding fumes. Space itself doesn't carry odors due to its vacuum, but chemical reactions on astronauts' suits and equipment create the scent when re-entering the spacecraft. These reactions likely involve ozone, burnt metal, and other particles. The unexpected aroma adds a sensory layer to the already surreal experience of space travel. Number 6. The Hercules beetle, native to Central and South America, is one of nature's strongest creatures relative to its size. This beetle can lift objects 850 times heavier than its own body weight. For comparison, that's like a human lifting a fully loaded truck. Its strength comes from specialized muscle structure and compact design, making it an extraordinary example of evolutionary adaptation and insect engineering. Number 7. In Venice, a museum showcases items recovered from the city's canals, offering a glimpse into its submerged history. Artifacts include ancient coins, musical instruments, luxury goods, and even sunken vehicles. Many of these objects were lost over centuries and later retrieved during cleanup or restoration efforts. The museum provides a fascinating narrative of daily life, trade, and mystery in one of the world's most iconic cities. Number 8. The chocolate cosmos, or Cosmos atrosanguineus, is a rare flower with a deep red hue and a scent that resembles real chocolate. Native to Central America, it's nearly extinct in the wild but cultivated in gardens for its unique aroma. Though it doesn't produce edible chocolate, its sweet scent makes it a favorite among gardeners. This floral wonder combines beauty with the irresistible appeal of dessert. Number 9. The term honeymoon dates back to ancient Babylonian customs. After a wedding, the bride's father would provide the couple with a month's supply of mead, a fermented drink made from honey. This tradition was believed to promote happiness and fertility during the first month of marriage. Over time, the name honeymoon stuck and evolved into the modern concept of a romantic post-wedding vacation. Number 10. The pygmy marmoset is the world's smallest monkey, weighing around 100 grams and measuring just 15 centimeters in length. Native to the Amazon rainforest, it uses its sharp claws to cling to trees and feed on tree sap, insects, and fruit. These tiny primates live in social family groups and communicate using high-pitched calls. Despite their size, pygmy marmosets are agile, alert, and full of energy. Number 11. A rare white giraffe was discovered in Africa, and it's not a myth. This giraffe has a condition called leucism, which causes a partial loss of pigmentation in the skin, but not in the eyes. Unlike albinism, which results in a total absence of melanin, leucism allows for some coloration. The giraffe's snowy appearance makes it a target for poachers, so conservationists fitted it with a GPS tracker. Number 12. Leucism differs from albinism because it does not affect the eyes, allowing animals like the white giraffe to have normal vision. The condition results in pale or patchy skin and fur, making the animal stand out in the wild. This unique giraffe has attracted global attention, not only for its stunning appearance, but also as a symbol of biodiversity and the importance of wildlife protection efforts. Number 13. Penguins swallow small stones to help digest their food and dive more effectively. The stones act like grinding tools in the bird's gizzard, breaking down tough items like fish bones and crustaceans. Additionally, the added weight helps penguins maintain balance and dive deeper in search of prey. This fascinating behavior showcases how animals use their environment in clever ways to support survival in harsh habitats. Number 14. Amsterdam, known for its scenic canals, also has an underground sewer system developed in the 16th century. This early engineering marvel serves two vital purposes. It prevents flooding and keeps the canal water clean. The city conducts regular inspections and maintenance to preserve its historical infrastructure. The combination of surface beauty and hidden utility showcases Amsterdam's commitment to urban planning and environmental responsibility through the centuries. Number 15. The underground canals of Amsterdam are not just for waste management, they also act as flood control systems. Because much of the city lies below sea level, proper drainage is essential. These old sewers, once considered cutting edge, are still in use today. Engineers work to balance preserving history with upgrading infrastructure. This dual system of surface canals and subterranean tunnels gives Amsterdam its distinctive character and resilience. Number 16. The odds of winning the lottery are astronomically low. Statistically, you're more likely to be struck by lightning, or even die en route to buying a lottery ticket than to win the jackpot. Despite this, millions still play for the dream of sudden wealth. Experts advise treating it as entertainment rather than investment. The real win might just be returning home safely with your ticket and dreams intact. Number 17. The Arctic tern completes the longest migration of any animal, traveling up to 70,000 kilometers annually. It migrates from the Arctic to Antarctica and back, experiencing 2 summers each year. This astonishing journey allows the tern to follow sunlight and avoid harsh winters. With exceptional endurance and navigation skills, the Arctic tern's life is a continuous cycle of flight, making it a true marvel of migration. Number 18. Octopuses are fascinating creatures with 3 hearts and 9 brains. 2 of the hearts pump blood to the gills, while the third circulates it to the rest of the body. Their blood is blue due to a copper-rich protein called hemocyanin. Each tentacle has a mini brain, allowing independent movement and sensation. This decentralized nervous system makes octopuses incredibly intelligent and capable of problem-solving, tool use, and even camouflage. Number 19. Certain mushrooms glow in the dark due to a natural process called bioluminescence. These fungi emit a soft green light, often visible in damp forests at night. The glow is caused by a chemical reaction involving luciferin, an enzyme that emits light. This eerie illumination may help attract insects that spread the mushroom's spores. Bioluminescent mushrooms add a magical touch to forest ecosystems and continue to intrigue scientists. Number 20. Thumbelina, the world's smallest horse, was born in 2001 with a form of dwarfism. She stands only 43 centimeters tall and weighs just 26 kilograms. Despite her tiny size, she has made a big impact by working as a therapy animal. Thumbelina visits hospitals and care centers, spreading joy to children and the elderly. Her gentle nature and unique appearance make her an ambassador for compassion and care. Number 21. The word laser is actually an acronym that stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. It refers to a process where light is intensified and focused into a narrow, powerful beam. Lasers are used in countless applications, from medical surgery and barcode scanners to space exploration and entertainment. Despite its high-tech sound, the term laser is rooted in a precise scientific method with wide-reaching uses. Number 22. Dolphins and many bird species can sleep with one eye open, a survival mechanism called unihemispheric slow-wave sleep. This fascinating ability allows one hemisphere of the brain to remain active while the other rests. It helps these animals stay alert to predators or environmental dangers. For dolphins, this means they can continue surfacing for air while resting. For birds, it enables mid-flight naps or safe perching during sleep. Number 23. Unihemispheric sleep gives animals a unique evolutionary edge. Dolphins, for instance, can rest while keeping one eye and one hemisphere of the brain active for navigation and breathing. Similarly, birds can maintain balance and awareness even while sleeping on a branch or in flight. This adaptation enables survival in environments where complete rest could be dangerous, making it a brilliant solution developed over countless generations of natural selection. Number 24. It takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds for sunlight to reach Earth. Traveling at nearly 300,000 kilometers per second, light covers the approximately 150 million kilometers between the Sun and Earth in just over 8 minutes. So, when you look at the Sun, with protection of course, you're actually seeing it as it was over 8 minutes ago. An everyday glimpse into the recent past of our solar system. Number 25. On Mars, rare atmospheric conditions can create the effect of a double rainbow. While there's no liquid water rain, these rainbows form from sunlight reflecting off fine dust particles or ice crystals suspended in the thin Martian atmosphere. The phenomenon is much fainter than Earth's rainbows, but equally captivating. These dusty arcs are a reminder that Mars, though dry and alien, still holds visual wonders. Number 26. Ice can take on more than one form, over 17 different types, in fact. While we're most familiar with the form called Ice 1, under varying temperature and pressure conditions, water molecules arrange themselves into other crystalline structures. These include hexagonal, cubic, and even amorphous forms. Such exotic types of ice are found in places like deep ocean trenches or on icy moons, offering clues about otherworldly environments. Number 27. The different forms of ice depend on how water molecules align under specific conditions. For example, Ice 2 and Ice 5 are denser than regular ice and occur naturally in extreme environments like Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. Understanding these ice types helps scientists study the behavior of water in extraterrestrial settings, broadening our knowledge of planetary geology, deep-sea ecosystems, and the physics of water itself. Number 28. Colorblind individuals often face challenges distinguishing certain colors, especially red and green. However, many adapt using memory, texture patterns, and assistive technology. Tools like color identifying apps and special glasses help enhance color perception. Despite limitations, people with color vision deficiency lead fulfilling creative lives. Artists, designers, and professionals with color blindness prove that perception varies, and that adaptability and innovation often bridge any sensory gap. Number 29. Technology has made it easier for colorblind individuals to navigate the visual world. Glasses like Enchroma filters can enhance color differentiation, while app-based tools can label colors in real time. Schools and workplaces increasingly offer accommodations. More importantly, colorblindness doesn't affect intelligence or creativity. Many individuals excel in fields where color recognition is secondary, reinforcing that this condition is just one facet of human diversity. Number 30. Antarctica is officially Earth's largest desert, despite being covered in ice. The defining feature of a desert isn't heat, but extremely low precipitation. Some parts of Antarctica receive less moisture annually than the Sahara Desert. Cold, dry winds prevent snowfall from accumulating significantly. This makes the Antarctic a polar desert, a stark reminder that deserts can be icy and unforgiving, not just hot and sandy. Number 31. Deserts are defined by low precipitation rather than temperature, and Antarctica fits that definition perfectly. Despite its icy terrain, it receives less than 50 millimeters of precipitation annually in some regions. The extreme cold prevents significant snow accumulation, and strong katabatic winds blow moisture away. As a result, Antarctica qualifies as the largest desert on Earth, an environment as inhospitable as any desert, just colder and covered in ice. Number 32. Oxford University was established in the 12th century, making it older than the Aztec Empire, which began in the 14th century. While European cities were still forming, Oxford was already a center of education. It has survived wars, plagues, and social revolutions. Its longevity highlights the enduring value of academic institutions and how centers of learning can outlast even mighty civilizations and empires. Number 33. Oxford's history stretches back to 1096, with formal teaching recognized by 1167. In contrast, the Aztec Empire began in 1325 with the founding of Tenochtitlan. Oxford has educated scholars, poets, and world leaders for almost a millennium. The university exemplifies how the preservation and transmission of knowledge can shape the world across generations, long before and after empires rise and fall. Number 34. King Louis XIV of France, also known as the Sun King, holds the record for the longest reign of any monarch in European history. He ruled from 1643 until his death in 1715, a total of 72 years and 110 days. His reign transformed France into a dominant cultural and political power, and his rule became a model for absolute monarchy across Europe during the 17th century. Number 35. Louis XIV's reign began when he was just 4 years old and lasted until he was 76. He centralized power in the monarchy, built the Palace of Versailles, and wielded immense influence over European politics. His legacy includes both grandeur and controversy, with his long rule symbolizing both the height of royal absolutism and the strain that such prolonged control can place on a nation. Number 36. Scorpions can glow under ultraviolet light due to chemicals in their exoskeletons. When exposed to UV rays, they emit a blue-green fluorescence that's visible in the dark. Scientists are unsure why this trait evolved. It may help scorpions avoid sunlight, attract mates, or confuse predators. This eerie glow has also made scorpions easier to study, as researchers can spot them at night using UV flashlights. Number 37. In Istanbul, Turkey, it's common to see small ornate shelters built for stray cats. These miniature cat palaces often include food, water, and decorative elements like balconies or carved trim. Cats are revered in Turkish culture, and many residents go out of their way to care for them. These structures symbolize a communal respect for animals and a deep-rooted tradition of compassion toward urban wildlife. Number 38. Cats hold a special place in Istanbul's heart, often seen lounging in cafes, mosques, and parks. The city's residents feed and shelter them with pride, and the local government supports these efforts. The cat palaces found throughout the city are more than just shelters. They reflect a cultural identity that embraces kindness to animals, blending architectural charm with a warm, everyday gesture of care. Number 39. Female kangaroos possess a biological ability called embryonic diapause, which allows them to delay pregnancy. If environmental conditions are poor or they're already caring for a joey, the embryo's development pauses. This ensures better survival rates for the young. When conditions improve, the embryo resumes growing. It's an incredible evolutionary adaptation that allows kangaroos to thrive in Australia's unpredictable and often harsh climate. Number 40. Embryonic diapause gives kangaroos the power to control reproduction based on survival chances. A female can nurse one joey, have another developing in the pouch, and keep a third embryo on pause. This staggered system means kangaroos can maintain population numbers even during droughts or food shortages. It's one of the most sophisticated reproductive strategies in the animal kingdom, offering flexibility in a tough environment. Number 41. The longest film ever made is a Swedish experimental piece titled Logistics, with a runtime of 857 hours, equivalent to 35 days and 17 hours. It documents the journey of a pedometer from its point of manufacture in China to its final sale in Sweden. Filmed in real time, it explores the global supply chain. While rarely watched in full, it challenges conventional storytelling and cinematic expectations. Number 42. Logistics was created by Erica Magnuson and Daniel Anderson, who aim to question the speed of modern consumption. By documenting the slow, continuous manufacturing process of a simple consumer item, the film forces viewers to confront the often invisible labor and transportation behind mass-produced goods. Although not a mainstream hit, it's a thought-provoking project that redefines what a film can capture and how long it can last. Number 43. On Mercury, a year is shorter than a day. The planet takes only 88 Earth days to orbit the Sun, yet it takes 176 Earth days to complete a single rotation on its axis. This means that one full day-night cycle on Mercury lasts twice as long as its year. The slow rotation and fast orbit create unusual time dynamics, making Mercury a fascinating celestial body. Number 44. Mercury's unusual timing is due to tidal locking with the Sun. As the closest planet to our star, it experiences intense solar gravity, slowing its rotation over time. So on Mercury, you'd celebrate your birthday before seeing a complete sunrise and sunset. This phenomenon challenges our earthbound sense of time and shows how drastically different planetary conditions can alter fundamental experiences like a day or a year. Number 45. Cockroaches are famously resilient, often rumored to survive nuclear explosions. While this isn't entirely true, they can withstand radiation levels far higher than humans, up to 10 times more. Their simple cell structures and slower cell division reduce susceptibility to radiation damage. However, other organisms like tardigrades or certain fungi are even more radiation resistant, showing that cockroaches, though tough, aren't the ultimate survivors after all. Number 46. Early computer memory relied on tiny magnetic rings called ferrite cores. These small donut-shaped rings were strung on wires and stored data using magnetism. Known as core memory, this technology was used in computers until the 1970s. Each bit of data required its own ring, making memory both expensive and bulky. It laid the groundwork for today's digital memory systems and remains a milestone in computing history. Number 47. A cat's brain is about 90% similar to a human brain in structure. The similarities lie in the cerebral cortex, responsible for problem-solving, emotions, and memory. Cats can experience complex feelings like joy, fear, and even jealousy. Studies show they learn through observation and repetition. While they may not speak or read, their intelligence and emotional depth are far more advanced than many people assume. Number 48. Cats aren't just adorable. They're smart and emotionally intuitive. Their brains have nearly the same number of neurons in the cerebral cortex as a dog's, allowing them to process information efficiently. They can remember routines, recognize human voices, and even manipulate behavior through learned cues. Though their aloofness is legendary, many cats form deep bonds with their humans, revealing a subtle but rich inner world. Number 49. The first alarm clock was invented by Levi Hutchins in 1787 and could only ring at one specific time, 4 a.m. Intended for his personal use, the device lacked adjustable settings. Hutchins believed that waking early was essential to productivity. It wasn't until nearly a century later that adjustable alarm clocks became widely available. His invention marked the start of our long relationship with timed wake-ups. Number 50. Some sharks can walk along the ocean floor using their fins like limbs. Known as epaulette sharks and belonging to the genus Hemicillium, these remarkable creatures use their muscular fins to move across reefs and shallow waters. This adaptation allows them to search for food in tight spaces where swimming would be difficult. Their ability to walk makes them one of the ocean's most unusual predators. Number 51. In 2012, Australian street artist Meggs transformed an old railway bridge in Wuppertal, Germany, into a visually striking Lego-like structure. He used brightly colored panels on the underside of the bridge to create the illusion that it was made of giant Lego bricks. The installation received international acclaim for its creativity, turning a functional piece of infrastructure into a playful work of public art admired by many. Number 52. Declawing cats is considered inhumane and is illegal in many European countries, including the United Kingdom. In Israel, the law is particularly strict. If someone is caught performing the procedure, they could face up to 1 year in prison and a fine of 500 shekels, $20,000. Over 30 countries, including Scotland, Italy, and New Zealand, have banned the practice to protect the well-being and natural behavior of domestic cats. Number 53. In New Zealand, it is actually illegal to own a single guinea pig. This law exists because guinea pigs are extremely social creatures and can suffer from loneliness and depression when housed alone. To support their social needs, companies have even set up matchmaking services to pair surviving guinea pigs with new companions, especially after the death of a bonded partner. This is part of New Zealand's progressive animal welfare legislation. Number 54. If you live in Australia, you're statistically far more likely to drown than be bitten by a shark, about 20 times more likely, in fact. Despite widespread fear of shark attacks, the odds of even encountering a shark incident are incredibly low. You're also more likely to win a major lottery prize than to experience any form of shark-related accident, making ocean panic largely driven by myth and media. Number 55. According to the World Health Organization, approximately 360 million people around the world suffer from disabling hearing loss, which accounts for about 5% of the global population. Among them, 32 million are children aged between 0 and 14 years. This statistic highlights the importance of accessibility features such as captions and sign language. Technological advancements and awareness campaigns continue to improve life quality for those with hearing impairments worldwide. Number 56. On July 13, 1955, Ruth Ellis became the last woman to be executed in Great Britain. She was convicted of murdering her abusive boyfriend and was hanged for the crime. This case sparked widespread public debate and ultimately influenced the country's legal system. A decade later, in 1965, the death penalty for murder was officially abolished in England, Scotland, and Wales, marking a major shift in British criminal justice policy. Number 57. A 2016 study published in the Journal of Current Biology found that people who exercised 4 hours after learning new information retained it much better 2 days later than those who exercised immediately after or not at all. The delay appears to help consolidate memories more effectively. This research provides compelling evidence that timing your workout strategically can enhance cognitive performance and long-term memory retention for students and professionals alike. Number 58. Have you ever wondered why car tires are always black? It's because manufacturers add a chemical compound called carbon black to the rubber during production. This compound significantly strengthens the rubber and protects it from damage caused by UV rays and ozone exposure. As a result, tires last much longer and perform better. Nearly all tire manufacturers use carbon black, which is why tires are universally dark in color. Number 59. Despite what cartoons suggest, mice don't actually crave cheese. A study by researchers at Manchester Metropolitan University in the UK revealed that mice prefer foods like fruits and grains over cheese. The false notion that they love cheese likely originated from pop culture portrayals. In reality, cheese has a strong smell that can even repel mice, making this one of the most persistent and misleading animal myths ever spread. Number 60. Uranus has some of the longest seasons in the solar system, with summer and winter each lasting an astonishing 42 years. This is due to Uranus's extreme axial tilt, about 98 degrees, which causes one pole to face the sun for decades at a time. Unlike Earth's moderate seasonal shifts, Uranus experiences prolonged periods of daylight and darkness, creating a unique and harsh climate, unlike that of any other planet. Number 61. In the Arizona desert lies the Boneyard, formerly known as the 309 Aerospace Maintenance and Regeneration Group AMARG. This massive facility is home to around 3,000 retired military aircraft, some over 60 years old. Planes are stored in the dry climate to prevent corrosion, and many are gradually dismantled for reusable parts. It's the largest aircraft storage and preservation facility in the world, covering over 2,600 acres. Number 62. Kleine-Levin syndrome, often referred to as Sleeping Beauty syndrome, is a rare neurological disorder characterized by recurring episodes of excessive sleep. Individuals with this condition can sleep up to 20 hours a day for days, weeks, or even months. During episodes, sufferers may display childlike behavior, confusion, and hyperphagia. Only a few hundred cases have been documented worldwide, making it one of the rarest sleep disorders known. Number 63. Flamingos owe their signature pink coloration to their diet, which includes algae and crustaceans such as shrimp. These foods contain carotenoids, pigments that are broken down in the flamingo's liver into pink and orange molecules. These pigments are then deposited into the bird's feathers, beak, and legs. Without these dietary components, flamingos would actually appear gray or white, which is their natural color at birth. Number 64. Some babies are born with a condition known as lop ear, where the upper cartilage of the ear folds over, giving the ear a rounded look. While not harmful, it can be corrected non-surgically using a medical device called the Earwell Infant Ear Correction System. This mold reshapes the ear over a period of about 6 weeks, offering a gentle and effective alternative to cosmetic surgery later in life. Number 65. In Copenhagen, Denmark, bicycles outnumber people, with 5 times as many bikes as cars. More than 50% of city residents commute by bicycle daily, and over 41% of workers and students arrive at their destinations by bike. The city's infrastructure is designed to support cycling, with extensive bike lanes and bike-friendly traffic laws, making it one of the most cycling-centric urban environments in the world. Number 66. In several regions of South Asia, Africa, and China, monkey brains are considered a delicacy. They are believed by some to have medicinal properties and are sometimes served raw or cooked in traditional dishes. Historically, they have also been offered to the sick or elderly due to beliefs about their digestibility and strength-giving qualities. However, the practice is controversial due to health risks and ethical concerns. Number 67. Pluto, once considered the 9th planet in our solar system, takes an astonishing 241 Earth years to complete a single orbit around the Sun. This is due to its average distance of 3.7 billion miles from the Sun, far beyond that of Neptune. Its elliptical orbit and icy composition make it one of the most mysterious and studied objects in the Kuiper Belt since its discovery in 1930. Number 68. Octopuses are known for their remarkable intelligence and unusual survival strategies, one of which includes the ability to detach their own limbs. In encounters with predators or rivals, an octopus may break off an arm to escape. Some species have even been observed eating their own limbs, which scientists believe may be linked to stress or neurological disease. These behaviors underscore the octopus's complex biology and behavior. Number 69. The Statue of Liberty's crown features 7 rays, each representing one of the world's 7 continents. These rays extend 9 feet long and weigh approximately 150 pounds each. The statue stands 305 feet tall from its base to the tip of the torch and weighs around 225 tons. It was a gift from France to the United States in 1886 and symbolizes freedom and democracy across the globe. Number 70. Cuba boasts one of the highest literacy rates in the world, with an astonishing 99.8% of its adult population able to read and write. This achievement is largely attributed to the country's national literacy campaign, launched in 1961, just 2 years after the Cuban Revolution. The government prioritized education and sent thousands of volunteers into rural areas to teach reading and writing, transforming the nation's literacy landscape. Number 71. When flying in formation, flamingos can reach impressive speeds of up to 35 miles per hour. Although graceful in the air, their long necks and legs can make them appear awkward during flight. Their necks extend forward while their legs trail behind, creating a unique silhouette. These powerful flyers often travel in large flocks across great distances to find suitable habitats for nesting, feeding, and breeding. Number 72. The first electric traffic light was installed on August 5, 1914, in Cleveland, Ohio, at the intersection of Euclid Avenue and East 105th Street. Designed by James Hogue, the system featured 4 pairs of red and green lights mounted on corner posts. It also included an audible buzzer to alert drivers and pedestrians. This innovation revolutionized traffic control and laid the foundation for modern traffic management systems worldwide. Number 73. California law restricts autonomous vehicles from exceeding 60 miles per hour if they are operating without a human driver. This regulation applies even though companies like Google have developed self-driving cars capable of much higher speeds. The law prioritizes safety as the technology evolves, ensuring that these vehicles remain within manageable limits while testing continues. Adjustments to this rule may come as the technology becomes more widely adopted. Number 74. On September 13, 1916, in Irwin, Tennessee, an elephant named Mary was publicly executed by hanging after she killed a circus handler. The execution was carried out with a crane in front of a crowd, reflecting the era's brutal forms of public punishment. Known as Murderous Mary, her story remains a disturbing example of how animals were mistreated and misunderstood in the early 20th century entertainment industry. Number 75. The automotive industry once relied heavily on sperm whale oil for lubricating car engines and transmissions. The oil was incredibly effective due to its high resistance to heat and pressure. However, the demand for this oil led to overhunting, pushing sperm whales toward extinction. In response, the U.S. declared sperm whales an endangered species in the 1970s, prompting manufacturers to switch to synthetic, animal-free lubricants for modern vehicles. Number 76. You can estimate the outdoor temperature by listening to crickets chirp. According to the Farmer's Almanac, count the number of chirps in 25 seconds, divide that number by 3, and then add 4 to get the temperature in Celsius. This phenomenon, known as Dolbear's Law, highlights how sensitive crickets are to temperature changes, making them nature's own thermometers for those who know how to interpret the sounds. Number 77. Herbert Hoover, the 31st President of the United States, never kept his presidential salary for personal use. Instead, he donated it to various charities and used it to supplement the income of his staff. Hoover, who had become wealthy through mining before entering politics, believed in public service over personal gain. His actions set a rare example of generosity and fiscal responsibility among American political figures. Number 78. A moonbow, also known as a lunar rainbow, is a rare atmospheric phenomenon that occurs at night. For a moonbow to appear, a full moon must be low in the sky, and there must be rain falling on the opposite side of the moon. The sky must also be very dark. Although moonbows are fainter than daytime rainbows, they can be seen in places like Hawaii and Yosemite. Number 79. In Pacific Grove, California, it's against the law to disturb monarch butterflies. Ordinance 11.4.8.10 prohibits any person from interfering with monarchs during their annual migration. The city is a sanctuary for thousands of butterflies that arrive each fall to overwinter. Residents and visitors alike are encouraged to protect the butterflies and their habitat, making Pacific Grove one of the most butterfly-friendly cities in the U.S. Number 80. The longest solar eclipse of the 21st century occurred on July 22, 2009, lasting an impressive 6 minutes and 39 seconds. Visible from parts of India, China, and the Pacific Ocean, it drew millions of viewers and scientists. This rare celestial event won't be surpassed in duration until June 13, 2132. Solar eclipses of this magnitude provide valuable opportunities for researchers to study the sun's corona. Number 81. Venus and Uranus are the only two planets in our solar system that rotate in a clockwise direction, also known as retrograde rotation. While most planets spin counterclockwise when viewed from above their north poles, Venus rotates so slowly that a day on Venus is longer than its year. Uranus, meanwhile, is tipped almost completely on its side, giving it a unique sideways rotation unlike any other planet. Number 82. Lobsters possess remarkable regenerative abilities. Not only can they regrow claws and legs, but they can even regenerate lost eyes and antennae. This biological feature plays a crucial role in their survival, especially in the wild where physical confrontations are common. Lobsters also display sexual dimorphism, and you can tell their gender by examining their swimmerets. Males have hard, bony swimmerets, while females have soft, feathery ones. Number 83. In Mobile, Alabama, confetti is completely banned. According to city ordinance, it is illegal to possess, distribute, sell, manufacture, or use confetti in any form. The law was implemented due to the difficulty of cleaning up after parades and celebrations. Despite its festive appearance, confetti has been deemed a nuisance by local authorities, and violators of the ordinance may even face fines for non-compliance. Number 84. Pope Francis broke a social media record when he reached 1 million Instagram followers within just 12 hours of launching his account. This achievement surpassed the previous record held by David Beckham. The Pope's first post featured a photo of him kneeling in prayer, accompanied by the message "Pray for me" in 9 different languages. His Instagram presence reflects the Vatican's increasing use of digital platforms for outreach. Number 85. Before becoming a world-famous actor, Samuel L. Jackson worked behind the scenes on The Cosby Show. He served as a camera stand-in for Bill Cosby during rehearsals, helping the crew set up lighting and angles. This early job gave Jackson valuable exposure to television production. Of course, he would later go on to star in dozens of iconic films and become one of Hollywood's most recognizable voices. Number 86. Leonardo da Vinci, one of history's greatest polymaths, was dyslexic and wrote many of his personal notes in mirror script. This technique involved writing from right to left with reversed letters, making it readable only with a mirror. Scholars believe he may have done this either due to his dyslexia or as a way to keep his ideas private. Interestingly, letters addressed to others were written normally. Number 87. In Albania, head gestures are the opposite of what most people are used to. Nodding your head up and down means no, while shaking your head from side to side actually means yes. This cultural difference can be extremely confusing for visitors. It's a vivid example of how deeply ingrained nonverbal communication can vary around the world, and why it's important to learn local customs before traveling. Number 88. The average human taste bud has a lifespan of just 7 to 10 days. Your mouth is constantly renewing these sensory receptors, allowing the sense of taste to remain sharp. Interestingly, taste bud turnover continues even into adulthood. In contrast, taste buds in rats can last anywhere from 2 days to over 3 weeks, depending on the individual and the environment in which they live. Number 89. There were 13 honeymooning couples aboard the Titanic when it tragically sank in 1912. Sadly, none of these newlyweds survived the disaster. The Titanic was considered the most luxurious ship of its time, and many couples saw it as the perfect way to begin married life. Their stories serve as poignant reminders of the human loss behind one of history's most infamous maritime disasters. Number 90. Dogs are naturally drawn to the scent of anise, much like how cats are attracted to catnip. In fact, the artificial rabbit used in greyhound races is often scented with anise to encourage the dogs to chase it. Anise can trigger excitement and playful behavior in many breeds. This herbal reaction is so strong that some dog toys and treats now include anise for added stimulation. Number 91. The human jawbone, medically known as the mandible, is the strongest and hardest bone in the human body. It provides the foundation for chewing, supports the lower teeth, and plays a crucial role in speech. Located in the lower part of the face, it is also the only movable bone in the skull. Its strength allows it to withstand incredible pressure from daily biting and grinding. Number 92. Licking a U.S. postage stamp burns approximately 1/10 of a calorie. However, British stamps are surprisingly more calorie-dense. A standard British stamp contains around 5.9 calories per lick, and commemorative or special edition ones can contain up to 14.5 calories due to their thicker adhesive. While unlikely to affect your diet, it's a quirky reminder that even the smallest actions have energy costs. Number 93. Camels have 3 eyelids to protect their eyes from harsh desert environments. 2 of the eyelids have rows of long lashes that shield against blowing sand, while the third is a thin, transparent membrane that camels can see through even during sandstorms. This adaptation is vital for survival in arid climates and allows camels to navigate dusty landscapes without compromising their vision. Number 94. On July 5, 1996, scientists successfully cloned the first mammal from an adult cell, Dolly the sheep. Created at the Roslin Institute in Scotland, Dolly was named after singer Dolly Parton because she was cloned from a mammary gland cell. Her birth was a groundbreaking achievement in genetic research, sparking debates over cloning ethics and paving the way for further advancements in biotechnology. Number 95. Mosquitoes can detect carbon dioxide from as far away as 75 feet. When humans exhale, they release carbon dioxide, body heat, and other chemical signals that attract mosquitoes. This ability helps mosquitoes locate their targets with remarkable precision, especially in low-light conditions. Understanding this behavior has helped scientists develop more effective repellents and strategies for controlling mosquito-borne diseases like malaria and dengue fever. Number 96. A galactic year, also known as a cosmic year, is the time it takes our solar system to orbit once around the center of the Milky Way galaxy. This journey takes approximately 225 to 250 million Earth years. During this immense cycle, our planet travels at an average speed of 514,000 miles per hour. Earth has completed about 20 galactic years since it first formed over 4.5 billion years ago. Number 97. The aorta is the largest artery in the human body. It originates from the heart and distributes oxygen-rich blood to all parts of the body through smaller arteries. Roughly the diameter of a garden hose, the aorta must withstand high pressure as it pumps blood forcefully with each heartbeat. Its elasticity and strength are vital for maintaining steady blood flow and ensuring proper circulation throughout the body. Number 98. The Basenji is a dog breed known for its unusual trait. It doesn't bark like most dogs. Instead, it produces a yodel-like sound, often described as a baru. This is due to the unique shape of its larynx. Originating in Central Africa, the Basenji is also prized for its intelligence and cleanliness, making it an intriguing and independent companion for experienced dog owners. Number 99. Gatorade was developed in 1965 by researchers at the University of Florida to help the school's football team, the Gators, combat heat-related illnesses during games. The drink replenished fluids, electrolytes, and carbohydrates lost through sweat. The formula was successful and eventually commercialized. Its name pays tribute to its origin, and today, Gatorade is a global sports drink brand used by athletes at all levels of competition. Number 100. The first music video ever aired on MTV was Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. It premiered on August 1, 1981, ushering in a new era of music entertainment that combined audio and visual storytelling. The broadcast marked a significant cultural moment, changing how people consumed music. MTV's launch revolutionized the music industry and gave rise to the modern music video as we know it today. Number 101. Manta rays are among the largest and most graceful creatures in the ocean, with wingspans that can exceed 20 feet. Despite their size, they are gentle filter feeders, consuming plankton and small fish by swimming with their mouths open. Manta rays have the largest brain-to-body ratio of any fish, showing signs of intelligence, curiosity, and even self-recognition, one of the few marine species to pass the mirror test.